Punters, welcome back. We're going to be talking racing again this week, and there are 7 group races from the Heath on Saturday. It's a plethora of group racing. Are you going to be out there, Jay?
I'm going to make an effort to be there, Tags, at least for the Group 1s. I'm so excited by this.
There's some pretty good fields too, aren't there? What are you most excited by?
I love the Blue Diamond. I love the babies just scampering around frantically. I think it's wonderful, and I'm looking thoroughly forward to that.
We'll go through the market very quickly, and then I'll ask Jake for an expert view.
Which you'll get.
We'll try and find a bit of value here as well. Blue Diamond often springs up a bit of value, doesn't it?
No, not what I'll be tipping.
Okay, the Blue Diamond Stakes, Group 1, over 1,200 for the fillies and the boys. And Rostover, the local, $2.80 ahead of Real Saga, the Sydney sider, $3.25. Come hither. $10.50. Reward for effort, $14.50. Jake, the top 2 are way out in front of the market. Can you not see anything outside the top 2 winning?
I can't see anything outside the top 1 winning, Taggy. I think Rostover has one hoof on the till, as they say. I think she'll win. I've watched... I understand that the Real Saga ran a slightly slicker time in the Colton Geldings version of the Blue Diamond Prelude. He ran around a second faster than her. But the way she came off the slow pace and just brained them, without even, I think Steve King might have given her one crack at about the 200 just to keep her mind on the job. Ollie was into Real Saga a long way out. He got back and ran on with the fast pace on. I just think Rostover is a few lengths better than these.
If she gets out in the clear, she looks devastating, doesn't she?
Yeah.
She's got that lovely free action.
That's right. It's fairly obvious that none of these other fillies can beat her, I don't think. There's only one come hither which hasn't come up against Rostover. But if she can beat Real Saga, I just think she wins, and I think she will beat Real Saga.
I think it's a race in 2. I don't think Real Saga's done for yet, but I do like the look of Rostover, who the trainer said she had just plenty of scope in her as well. So
I just think she'll go on and win.
Frightening thought. The other Group 1 on Saturday is the Oakley Plate. It's the Dash, and Fist of Fury, who was... an unlucky runner-up, or not really an unlucky runner-up. He was beaten by Northern Meteor down the straight at headquarters last spring.
Yeah,
but he's got a pretty good record.
His progress throughout the spring, Taggy, and yeah,
he's a very good horse, and I think John O'Shea's got a very high opinion of him. He thinks he's one of the best horses he's ever had in his yard.
Which is a big rap.
A big rap. $4.80, Fist of Fury, who's drawn reasonably well, I think, in 13 or 14. Scenic Blast, who beat Weekend Hustler in the Lightning, $6.20. Verlander, our favourite Swedish Abacahanda, $8.40. Red Element, last start winner, $11.50.
Yeah.
Jump in at any stage you think we might hit some value, or the winner here, Jakey, or if we've already gone past it for that matter. Typhoon Z, $13.50. And Lucky Secret, who has literally drawn the Caulfield Railway Station.
Has done. I'm not quite sure how you figure that gate 14 is not a bad draw, but...
Because it's going to get out there and ping from that outside gate. It's going to come across and get a nice little trail behind, probably Verlander.
Which is your favourite Swedish backhander.
Yeah.
Look, I think Verlander might win this. I think he will be... I think he likes Caulfield. He'll be suited by getting back there, and he's drawn a reasonable gate, I believe, from memory.
7, I think, or maybe even inside.
He's drawn inside the top 10 anyway. Red Element was a good winner at Caulfield last start, and I think he's a pretty good galloper. He's right down in the weights as well. Glenn Boster rides. I think he presents good value at about $11.50 at the moment as well. And also one down in the weights, Fernandina is a 3-year-old who I think can run a cheeky race at odds. But yeah, 3-year-olds have a very good record in this race since I think Scalacci won in 92 or thereabouts. I think 7 or 8 3-year-olds have won since then. So I expect all the 3-year-olds in the race to run very well, Fist of Fury and Verlander in particular. But I think I'm with you, Taggy. I like Verlander.
Okay, well, we're both in our praise for the Swedish backhander, but there's something down the odds here, Jake.
Oh, you plucked one, Taggy.
I
love it when you do this, Tags.
Undue, $36. Loves Caulfield.
What's won this race in 2006?
And the pace is going to be on from the start, so the sweepers might be in the best spot here.
Yeah.
And
Darwin Galloper.
The Darwin Galloper. And look, they don't send him down when they don't think he's got a chance of winning. So undue at big odds. It's also a day for... Well, look, it's a day for wonderful horses out there. There's another 4 group races on the card, 5 group races for that matter. The Angus Armanasco, the St George Stakes, the Durban Stakes, and Carline Cup. Jake, which one do you want to have a look at? Because I know we haven't got too much time.
Yeah, probably the St George, I suppose, being the Australian Cup lead-up. Maldivian was supposed to run, but just this morning has gone amiss, which is very sad and very unfortunate for its connections, given he won particularly well first up in the Ore, and of course being the incumbent Cox Plate Victor Tags. Nevertheless, Thesio, I think, might win this at Caulfield. He's a pretty consistent galloper.
He ran well a couple of weeks ago too, didn't he? For
he did. He ran on nicely, I think, into third position. And I think he might go on. He won 2 Group 1 races in the spring. And I think he might win this, and I think he might win the Australian Cup as well, Tags.
Yeah, I think he'll win the Australian Cup without Maldivian there. The Durban Stakes also looks very good. Von Costa to Hero Favashi, Dr. Dutz and Nakoni, which should give us a little bit of a guide to perhaps the place getters in the Guineas.
Correct. If Favashi has any luck, he wins that. He's been very stiff at his first 2 starts this campaign, and also I Am Zeus is another one. And the Danny O'Brien stable, terribly unlucky midweek at Sandown the other week. He'll be good value as well.
And if we drop right down to the bottom there, the Winning Edge Classic, the Group 2 at Rose Hill, Desuetude, $2.30, Tuesday Joy, $6.50, Mentality, $7, Gallant Tess, $8, Rahib, $8. There's some good horses, and Viewed making his reappearance on the track.
Yeah, well. It's a great race.
It's a good race.
Desuetude, I think, might win that.
Ran very well last week.
But I don't expect them to race at Rose Hill. It's been bucketing down.
It has been bucketing down.
It's been absolutely...
Rain up there, fires down here.
Give us some down here.
Come on, God. We need a stroke of luck this weekend.
Come on, God.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again next week.